Have you ever looked at a picture and felt it told a whole story? Well, the ancient Egyptians took that idea to a whole new level. For thousands of years, the banks of the Nile were decorated with a mysterious and beautiful script, hieroglyphs. But these weren't just pretty pictures. They were the very soul of a civilization, a language that was part art, part magic, and all history, carved in stone for eternity. Imagine standing before a temple wall, the sun warming your face as you trace the outline of an eye. This isn't just a drawing, it's a powerful symbol of protection, the eye of Horus watching over you. You see a bird, not just any bird, but one with a human head. That's the Ba, the representation of a person's soul, their unique personality, believed to fly free after death. A wavy line isn't just water, it's the lifeblood of Egypt, the Nile itself, and the cosmic ocean from which all life emerged. Every single symbol, from a simple reed to a majestic falcon, was bursting with meaning, a direct line to the beliefs and worldview of the ancient Egyptians. It's like they were painting their thoughts directly onto the world. But don't be fooled into thinking this was some simple picture language. This was a sophisticated, complex system that took years to master. Think of it like this. Our alphabet has 26 letters. The ancient Egyptians used a library of over 700 distinct signs. And it gets even trickier. Some signs, called phonograms, worked like our letters, representing sounds. For example, a picture of a mouth could represent the R sound. Others, called ideograms, were direct representations of an object or idea. A picture of a leg could simply mean leg, but then they combined them. A symbol could be a sound in one context and an idea in another. And to top it off, they added determinatives, special signs at the end of a word to give a clue about its meaning, like a category tag. A word for a type of wood might end with a symbol of a tree just to make sure you understood. And the reading direction? Forget left to right. Hieroglyphs could be read from left to right to left, or even top to bottom. So how did they know which way to go? It was elegantly simple. You just had to look at the animals or people in the script. They always faced the beginning of the sentence. So, if the birds and people are looking to the right, you start reading from the right and move left. It's an ingenious, built-in instruction manual. This flexibility allowed for incredible artistic symmetry on temple walls and monuments, creating a perfect balance between information and beauty. A scribe wasn't just a writer, they were an artist, a linguist, and a theologian all rolled into one. For centuries, the meaning of these incredible symbols was lost. As Egypt's ancient religion faded and new languages took over, the knowledge of the scribes vanished. The hieroglyphs fell silent. Temples and tombs were covered in messages from the past, but no one on earth could understand them. It was as if an entire civilization was trapped behind a locked door, their voices muted for nearly 2,000 years. Scholars, adventurers, and dreamers from all over the world tried to crack the code, but it seemed impossible. They could see the pictures, but the language, the grammar, the soul of the words, was gone. It was one of history's greatest mysteries. Then, in 1799, everything changed. A group of French soldiers, working on a fort in a small Egyptian town called Rosetta, stumbled upon a broken slab of dark stone. This wasn't just any old rock. It was inscribed with the same text in 3 different scripts. The mysterious hieroglyphs at the top, a later Egyptian script called Demotic in the middle, and ancient Greek at the bottom. This was the key. This was the Rosetta Stone. Because scholars could still read ancient Greek, they now had a direct translation, a guide to unlock the secrets of the pharaohs. The race to decipher the script was on, and it was a young French genius named Jean-François Champollion who finally cracked the code. He wasn't the only one working on it, but he had a breakthrough. By comparing the hieroglyphs within the royal cartouches, the oval shapes that encircled pharaohs' names, with the known Greek names like Ptolemy and Cleopatra, he realized the script was a mix of phonetic sounds and symbolic pictures. It wasn't just one or the other, it was both. In 1822, after years of obsessive work, Champollion burst into his brother's office, shouted, "Je tiens mon affaire! I've got it!" and promptly fainted from exhaustion. He had done it. He had given a voice back to the ancient Egyptians. And what a voice it was! With this newfound understanding, the walls of the tombs and temples began to speak. They weren't just random decorations. They were medical texts describing surgeries and remedies. They were legal documents detailing land ownership and marriage contracts. They were love poems, full of passion and longing. They were stories of the gods, of creation, betrayal, and rebirth. We learned about the epic Battle of Kadesh from the perspective of Rameses the Great, who covered temples with his heroic and perhaps exaggerated account of the conflict. We could read the spells in the Book of the Dead, intended to guide the deceased through the treacherous underworld to reach the paradise of the afterlife. Through hieroglyphs, we can now walk alongside these ancient people. We can understand their hopes for eternity, their complaints about their neighbors, and their deep reverence for the gods and the Pharaoh. We can read the curses they left to protect their tombs and the blessings they wished upon their children. These carvings are not just history. They are humanity. They are a timeless message, carefully crafted to last for millions of years, speaking to us directly across the millennia. From a simple shopping list to the grand declarations of a king, every carving is a piece of a magnificent puzzle, a window into a world that is both long gone and yet, thanks to these symbols, forever alive. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you were fascinated by the secrets of the hieroglyphs, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure into the ancient world. See you next time.